Welcome everyone to the Facebook Marketing Strategy 3 of 12 free webinar from Jomar Hilario featuring McLean. And we're using a new system. We're inside Facebook. I'm now back with McLean. I'm going to give the floor to Jay, and he's going to do a short recap of what we did for the past 2 webinars. And then we're going to go deep into technicals, Facebook technicals. We're not going to shock you. I'm going to do some introduction to some words you're not familiar with. Then we're going to teach you exactly how to do one of the 3 R's of Facebook marketing. If you don't remember that, Jay's going to enlighten you again. Everyone, give it up for Jay. You type the word.
Yay!
Yay! Go.
Give it up. Okay. So hello everyone. It's Jay here again. And firstly, thanks again to Jomar. And it's been a great time sharing with him and being able to share with you guys. And really just recapping back for the last two webinars is that I first shared in the first webinar about the 3 R's to Facebook success. And, that's talking about results and then talking about, whoa, man, sorry, I'm just getting this echo. I've got to try to slow it down.
Okay.
Results, and then talking about being a role model and also being a reporter. And then last week I shared something a little bit different. I know there was about half of you that were new, and then I shared about smartphone marketing. Okay. Now, firstly, I want to also say thank you to all the messages that I got on Facebook as well. And hopefully I answered your questions pretty well. And so tonight, what I want to share with you is the step-by-step process of how to create a results page. I was getting a lot of questions regarding how to do that. Because I was quite generic with, talking about setting up a results page. So this evening, it is going to be sort of like a little workshop where I talk to you about exactly how to set that results page up. Okay, so I'm going to give you a live case study, which is very recent for one of my clients in Australia. And so I'm going to step you through the 9 steps. So we'll go to the next slide.
Wait. There.
Okay, so one of the strategies that I share, which is probably strategy 5 out of my 15, is results page. So now there was a lot of questions on Facebook regarding how to really do this. So I thought, let me just share with you these steps. So we'll go to the next slide.
Moment.
Okay, so that was just a recap, the 3 R's of Facebook success, which is results, report, and role model. And so we're going to focus on the next slide.
For some reason, let me just wait. Jay, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Some of them are saying no audio. Let me just do a survey. Can you see, wait, can you hear Jomar? Let me just ask them. Hear Jomar. Can you hear me, guys? If I get a no and no yeses, it means I know what to do. Somebody can hear me. Can't hear you. No. Somebody can hear me. Barely. Oh, excuse me. Can you hear me, guys? Can you hear me? Can you hear me now? Right now? Yeah, I'm getting a yes, which means just continue, Jay. They can hear you.
Can they hear me?
Yeah, they can hear you.
Okay. If they can hear you, then okay. Yep. So yeah, just to recap quickly, that was the 3 R's of Facebook success is result, report, and role model. So we'll go to the next slide. Okay, and we're going to focus on the first circle, which is...
Okay, that's not it. There. Just a moment. It's the next slide. Oh, where's the circle?
Yep.
Did I skip? Oh, there it is. Sorry.
No, the next, the one that we had before. The next one.
The next one. Okay, sorry. This is not...
They can't hear me.
This one?
No, go back.
Go back.
Oh, that one.
That one, okay.
With 9 steps to Facebook $1 million results page for your business.
Okay, go.
Can everyone, so they can hear me, yeah?
Yes, yes, yes. Don't worry about it. They can hear you. Nikki will tell you if we can't hear. If she cannot hear us, then
Okay.
they cannot hear us.
Okay, so this is the 9 steps to creating a results page. I have helped a lot of small businesses and create.
Hello. You're
I'm
gone.
just gonna.
Okay, you're gone all of a sudden.
So just keep talking.
Yes, because they can hear you.
Okay, great. So, so I'm going to do a case study on this and make this step by step. So for everyone that's really serious and they want to create a results page right now, you can take action after this webinar and really create it. Okay, so we'll go to the next one. Next slide.
It's not responding.
Okay, so I just want to show you some samples of a results page. This is one sample here is one with a video. And another one, and then it has like an area there where you can ask for people's name and email address, which is, it's like the opt-in form. Okay, so that's one sample, and then the next one. And here's another one. If you can't do a video, or if you're not too sure how to do a video, you can basically create an ebook and then offer that as a free product. And then in my case, I created the 21 Success Secrets of the Most Influential Billionaires ebook. Yeah, and then I was giving that for free, no asking about, names or email addresses. I just said people could simply just download that from the fan page. And then now the second part there is where I'm asking for a name and email address, where basically it's asking for the first chapter of my Millionaire and Billionaire Secret Revealed book.
Okay, Jay, a question. So in this results page on Facebook, you can hear me, Jay? Yes?
Yeah.
You're giving them a free ebook, yep. And you're asking them to, after the ebook, you're asking them to give you their email and name. Is that right?
Yeah, for them to get the first chapter of my best-selling book.
Okay. Go ahead.
Okay, great. So that's 2 samples. One with a video, and another one where you can put an ebook. Okay. And these 2 samples are real life samples, and they're actually current there on my fan page. So we'll go to the next slide. Okay, so I'm going to give you a case study of a results page success, which is a existing and current client of mine in Australia. And I thought this sample will be good because it's sort of similar to what can be done here if you're in the property business. Here, what I mean here is what you can do in the Philippines, because the particular strategy is, I think, similar here in the Philippines. So next.
There.
Okay, so I think Jomar is going to talk about this, but there's some assumptions because we don't have time. We're limited with time. So I'm going to assume that you understand what Aweber is and what Wordpress is and sort of basic HTML. So I think the next slide, Jomar can do some sharing about this.
Okay, guys. So you know our slides, right? Our slides can be understood even if there's no audio, so relax and try to understand what I'm gonna say. Okay? It's much better you ask nice questions that will help you understand instead of saying no audio, so we can progress. So before Jay goes into the details of constructing a results page on Facebook, you have to know what WordPress is. So WordPress is the system that most internet marketers use, and it's a blogging software. Okay, it's a favorite place for people to blog. Now everybody knows what blogging is. It's like creating a diary. So this is what WordPress looks like, and that diary thing, it's just like Blogger. You have friends who have blogs and they use Blogger. only Blogger is more for the hobbyist, but WordPress is more for the serious guys, you know, people who want to feel serious online. Okay, so think of WordPress as a place to put your diary entries or blog posts. But in the case of Facebook marketing, it's really business stuff and articles, not what you ate for lunch yesterday, which is typical thing for a blog. So I hope that was clear for those who heard or who saw. Can you type the word clear if you understood what I just said? Okay, see, somebody saw that. Saw that. Okay, but you heard that. Okay. Okay, good, good. I'm gonna go to the next one. Next one is, what is Aweber? So I'm gonna try a stunt, which I hope will work. I'm gonna get rid of the slides and make you just see the there. Can you hear me this time, guys? Is there any improvement? Can wait? I'll have to type that in. Yeah, can you hear me this time? So those who didn't hear me before, iba yung choppy ah. Okay, so never mind. I'll just get rid of that because you did not hear me before. Anyway, so Aweber. I'm gonna pursue with Aweber. There's a recording of this anyway, so no worries. Okay. What is Aweber? Nikki, can you hear me? Yeah? I'm waiting for Nikki. Oh, wait. Hello, Jomar? Can you hear me, Jomar? Can you hear me, Jomar? Can you hear me, Jomar? Oh, good. Okay, nagtatesting ako sa sarili ko. Yes, go. So, what is Aweber? Let me just explain to you. Aweber is a system what internet marketers use. It's a autoresponder. It's a brand of autoresponder. So what is that? Again, so what is it na naman, ano? An autoresponder is a tool used by me and Jay and most online marketers. And what you should know is it uses the computer to get people's email addresses and send massive amounts of emails to people. That's the system. It's like email, only it sends massive amounts of people to massive amounts of email to everyone. Okay, and they do it using the autoresponder. It's regular sending of massive amounts of email, and it's legal. Okay, so if you use your email to do what the autoresponders do, it's actually illegal. Okay, so that's Aweber. So what is a tab? A page tab, because we will be referencing this word later. A page tab is something you encounter every day of your life because you are in Facebook every day of your life. So let me just proceed. So this is a page tab. So you see on the left side, pages, you know, pages by Facebook. That's a page tab. You just click there and you go to a page, right? So that's a page tab. So simple. Okay. So let me just show you what is the difference between this and wait. So what is an opt-in form? So actually you're looking at the picture of an opt-in form. That one on the top. That's it. Hey Jay, okay lang ikaw. Okay. So this is an opt-in form. And when I say opt-in form, I normally use the word email catcher. And that's the same thing you see in my websites, in my blog. Can you type the word email catcher, guys? If you can hear me. Okay? If you can hear that, please type email catcher so you get it. That means email catcher. Okay. Okay, at least somebody hears me. Okay. So this is a Facebook fan page. Okay, you know what it is, right? So I'm not gonna explain anymore. Okay, you're already in a Facebook fan page. So that's it. So when Facebook, you join Facebook, there is a concept called liking, right? And when you promote a business, you do not use a personal profile like the one you're using today. Instead, you use a fan page or a business page in Facebook, okay? So the difference between pages and profiles are in Facebook, you like the page. You've done that before, so I'm gonna move on. And in personal friend, profiles, you friend them. You don't like profiles. You friend profiles and you like pages. For those who can hear, write that down on the chat room. I like pages. I friend profiles. Okay. So again, what is a static iframe tab? You might be, you might want to get some water and drink because it's kind of long. Static iframe tab. Try not to think much about it because it's just Facebook's way of telling you that when you click on that thing, it looks like a website inside Facebook. So the results page that we're going to discuss tonight just looks exactly like a website in Facebook. That's it. Look at that. It has my picture, and there is an opt-in box or email catcher at the bottom, but it's also inside Facebook. So if you see static iframe tab, oh my, that's technical. No, it's actually a website inside Facebook, and that's it. I think I'm done. Let me check if there are any more stuff to explain. Oh, there. Lastly, what is an HTML code for those who first timer? But I don't think this is the first time for you to have seen it. Okay, HTML is the language of the internet. Most websites are created using HTML. Okay. So let me just go through some HTML stuff for you, so you don't feel shocked. If you see the word IMG, it's not International Monetary Group. It means image. If you see, okay, if you see the P, it means paragraph. You know what a paragraph is, right? In English, in school. Now, if you see the word head, it means the top of the website, the stuff, on top, on the menu stuff. The really top, And you see body, it's everything you see in a website. That's the body. These are called HTML codes. Okay, HTML codes. So there. Let me just click to the next one. Here's another one, and the last one actually, href. What is href? It's called HTTP reference. In Tagalog, it's a file on the internet. Href means there it goes. Here's a file. It's on the internet. If you are using a computer, it's C. Drive C, drive D. Instead of drive C, drive D, there's a href called. I'm gonna show you a sample. So this is a href of this picture. This image, which you can see my face, that is the href of the image. So
sexy.
Yeah. Can you guys put the word href in the chat room for those who cannot hear? Can you guys type href? And Nikki, if you're there, and Danielle, do them a favor and just type whatever I'm saying. So it's kind of fun. You're typing what I'm saying, which is actually just the slides anyway. So it's much more fun if they see what I just said. I'm just explaining what's on the slide. If you're reading the slide, you can understand what I just said. Okay, so let's proceed to actually explaining what it is. Try to read this. This is my last slide for the evening to explain this. Okay? What is this? It's an image, because IMG means International Monetary Group, right? Image. And the file of the image is Jomar's face. That's why there's an href. So if you read this, it actually means display the image into the website. And this image is Jomar's face, .jpg. Is that clear? Everybody say yes, clear, if you understood that part. This image HTTP thingy. Great. Nikki, try to just repeat what I just said instead of what's on the slide. Because it's the same. Just explain to them what we're trying to say. Okay, great. Because I don't know why the others don't have sound. So, can you all repeat this to yourself verbally? I'm that good. Because you can understand HTML right now. Right? Because I just explained to you HTML. That's it. That's it. It's no big deal to it anymore. That's it. That's HTML for you. Okay? So I'm proceeding to the next slide so we can proceed to Facebook marketing.
I'm that good.
Okay, that's good. Mai, thank you, Mai. So I'm gonna give the chair, the table, and the microphone, all of it to Jay.
Okay, so thank you, Jomar, and welcome back, everyone. Well, to me. So let me just lower this audio. I'm that good. Okay. Okay, so I want to share with you a real life student of mine. She's based in Melbourne, Australia.
Oh.
And basically, this is her fan page, facebook.com/rent-a-home-buy. Okay, I think the terminology here is rent-a-home. Is that what it is, Jomar?
Rent to own.
Rent-to-own?
Rent to own, yes.
Rent-to-own. Okay. So rent-to-own, that's the business that she does. And I'm helping her trying to capture leads and basically customers through Facebook. Using this business. So we'll go to the next slide.
Wait.
Okay, so step 1 out of the 9 steps is that you need to strategize. So for everyone that can hear me, they need to say, type in strategize.
Give me a few seconds. They'll get it.
Strategize, including Jomar.
Okay, sorry.
Okay.
I got it.
Okay, great. So at least you guys can hear. So what I mean by this is that, before you start getting into the mechanics of the results page, you need to understand, what your goal is or your strategy is to find your customers and to capture your customers. So I had a session, her name's Kim. And basically what we did was organize exactly what we're going to do with the results page and how we're going to capture, well, not really capture, but how we're going to sort of acquire more customers through the fan page. Okay, so that's what we did. And what we did is that we just put it on a piece of paper and we started to diagram what we wanted to do and what we wanted to sort of have a look in terms of the look and feel of the particular results page. Okay, so that's what we did. This is probably one of the most important sessions, or one of the most important steps before you start to move forward. Okay, is have a plan, or what we call in Australia a game plan of really your business and how you're going to provide value to your customers. Okay, so we'll go to the next step. Next slide. Okay, and then after that, there's a very, very important tip. So if everyone could type in lucid chart, type that in if you can hear me, lucid chart. Okay, I'm breaking up, man.
No, you're not.
Okay. Okay. So this is... Okay, so basically once you've put it on a piece of paper, you can use this free tool online called lucidchart.com. What that does is that it creates flowcharts and it basically, looks at on a graphical view of how you're going to plan out and strategize your fan page. So this is what we did. I use this feature, lucidchart.com, nearly with every single client of mine and with companies literally all over the world. So it's an important feature and it's a great feature to have. And then basically you can graphically see, what you're going to plan out in terms of providing value to your customers. Okay, great. So that's the tool that you use after you start to create the diagrams. You can create process charts or flow charts. Okay, so we'll go to the next slide.
Okay.
Okay, and then after you do that, after you've created the strategy of what you're going to do on the results page, now you can start to build the results page. So here you can see that there is two parts to the results page. The first part, like similar to my model, is that Kim is giving away a free ebook where people can just download and then they get a free ebook from the fan page, or they can get a 30-minute consultation and then where they enter their name and details below. Okay, can everyone hear me? It looks like...
No, just continue. Just continue. These are the same people who can't hear you earlier. That's okay. It's their setup. I don't know what's wrong with their setup.
So we'll go to the next slide. So this is what we're going to is two sections, but for you to make it simple, you could just do one of the sections. So this is the other tip. Is step 2 is that you got to go to this page to add a custom page tab. So Jomar was talking about the page tab. This is where you can add it on Facebook. Okay, it's app.facebook.com/FrameHost. This is a free tool, and basically you can. This is how you can get how to set up a free results page on Facebook. Okay, so all you need to do is type in that URL, and then you go to this page, what you see on the image below, and then all you need to do is where the arrow is click Install Page tab. Okay, so everyone just have your pen and paper ready, and then basically just write down that link, the URL up the top. Okay, and then that's where you'll be able to see what you see down the bottom. So we'll go to the next slide. Okay, so when you go in there and you click the Add Page tab, you come to now where you choose the fan page that you want, and then add that iframe. So this is what you will see when you go to Add Page tab, is that you'll see a pull-down menu, which is the top image, and then you select that thing on the right, which pulls down, and then you just find your fan page that you've created. So I'm assuming that you've already created your fan page, and then in this case, Kim's fan page was Rent to Home Buy. Okay, so all you need to do is select your fan page and then click on Add Page tab, which is on that second image at the bottom. Okay, and that will create that static iframe on your fan page now. So you've got now, you could say, the foundations of your results page. So we go to the next slide. Okay, this is what happens when you go into your results page and you go into the settings. It's referred to as tab settings. Okay, so there's all these little things, all these little features in there. Don't be alarmed. It's pretty easy. That's what we call it in Australia. It's really easy. Once you do your first page, you can say, doc page. So this is what it looks like. So it needs to look something like that. I've already entered some details there. But basically, the key thing here is that you just need to see that it looks something like that. So we go to the next one. Slide.
Doesn't respond as fast as you want it to respond. There.
Okay.
Oh, wait. I skipped it. Wait. There.
Okay. So now step 4. Okay, you need to be able to click enable the 810 pixels, which what that does is that it allows you to create your results page at the full width of the tab, meaning that it's about 810 pixels wide. Okay, so that's the cool feature of Facebook Timeline now, is that you've got a lot of real estate space on Facebook where you could advertise a lot of things about, your value and your service. So that's what I refer to as it's Facebook real estate that basically have a lot of space. But you need to select the 810 pixel wide, and then that allows you to do that. Then the next step within that is you need to add a tab image. Okay, a tab image is what you see, which I'll share with you later, is that thing on the right, which is called, is an image that is 111 pixels by 74 pixels. Okay, and that is the image that people will click on to get into your results page from the main fan, from your first, your main wall of your fan page. Okay, so you need to create that. So you need to have something like that beforehand. Otherwise, it will show an image by default with Facebook. So, but if you want to look a lot more professional, you do something like that. So a very simple image of 111 pixels by 74 pixels. You can put any graphics there. With Kim, we tried to make it very, very simple, and we made people come to that page by using the word "start here." So when they go to your fan page, people will see that first, and then basically people you sort of initiate the action when people see "start here," right? So that was the call to action, or the CTA, what we refer to, and basically people will click on that to go to your results page. Okay, so that's really the step 4, is enable the 810 pixels, and then you need to create a tab image. There's so many tab images available that you can create, but in simplest form, you need to make sure that the new fan or the new customer, you have a specific action for them. In this case, we had it in text, a graphical image called "Start Here." Okay. So go to the next slide.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so we need to build now the first graphic, which is that this top one. So this is an entire graphic that was designed by our VA, and because we've already drawn up the image in step 1, we already strategized what we're going to do. Then we got our VA to build this graphic. So it's a very, very simple graphic where it showed the front cover of the ebook that we're going to provide of value as an offer. And then we designed basically this simple format graphic to say, your journey starts today. Download this free ebook and basically get the 12 must-know information on stop renting and rather than owning your own home today. Okay, so this image, this graphic needs to go on the top part of your results page. Okay, so that's what you need. So we'll go to the next slide. Okay, and how where we installed this graphic is on her WordPress account, which is her website account. Okay, it's like FTP, or what we did is just install this graphic somewhere online, so we can call that graphic using the IMG tab, the HTML code. Okay, so because she already had a WordPress account, so we installed that particular graphic on her hosting, or her website hosting. So we go to the next slide and I'll show you how it's done. Okay, so this is a feature in WordPress to upload the first graphic, and all you need to do is, if you've used WordPress before, then you should be able to do this quite easily. If you haven't, then sorry about that, but there is other tools out there where you can upload this graphic. Okay, and all you need to do in WordPress is just go to your add a new file, which is, it's really small here.
You can just zoom yourself, Control plus. If you're using a Mac, Command plus, zoom your screen. I just told it that.
So it's a media. You go in your media center on WordPress, and then you go add new, and then you basically add that image that you created, and then basically now you're able to see that there's a URL file or file URL down the bottom, which you need to now save, copy, and then install that in your results page. Okay, so that's how you do that through putting your first graphic in WordPress. So we go to the next slide. Okay, I'll explain the code when you get in there. So step 6 is that you input your basic HTML code to the fan page tab. Okay, and that's the area down the bottom where you go page source, and then you select HTML, and then that's the code. So if we go to the next slide quickly, I've got a bigger image of the code, of the HTML code. Okay, and that's the basic HTML code for the image that you installed. So you can see there, href, and then you're calling URL that you created before, and then it's got the image file there, but then it's also got the download where the ebook is located. Okay, so I know that this is only like a webinar and we're trying to explain it. If you want the exact code, the basic HTML code that I use, you can just send me a private message on Facebook, and then I'll happily email that to you. So that's fine. So if you don't understand it right now, you can always get the code from me. Okay. So I'm going to make it really simple where everything is there for you. All you need to do is create that, install that IFrame, and then now you can get the code from me. So go to the slide. Now what we want to do is that we've done the first half of the results page. We need to do the second half. And then the second half is now the second graphics that goes at the bottom of that. So what you want to do is create another image. Okay. Now like this, and then it is a bit more complex because we're using other tools in Facebook to do this. Okay, so like I said earlier, there's some things here that I can't explain everything, but again, you can always just send me a private message on how to do this if you get stuck. Okay, so this is what we're building, and now this is infusing a few other tools online. So we'll go to the next slide. Okay, now this is the tool called Aweber.com. Okay, so this is a sample autoresponder, which Jomar was sort of talking about earlier. Okay, so like everyone should know about, an autoresponder now. So I'm just going to go to the next slide.
Good, yes.
Okay, now if you want to try Aweber, if you haven't used it, you just go to that link. It's basically, I just went straight to the Aweber.com, and then you can look at the pricing. They've got a 1 month trial for $1, but again, it's got to cost you about $19 US to use this. But it's a tool that pretty much every client of mine use, besides One Shopping Cart or Infusionsoft.
Which Jomar uses.
I use it as One Shopping Cart, I know. But this is the one that I used initially, and I still do for some of my things. And it's a great tool to have. So that's where you can get that information, because I know people will be asking about that. So I thought I'd put that slide. So next slide. Okay, so what we need to do now is build that graphic into Aweber with code in there. Okay, so there is a lot of, like, just using Aweber alone could be a session in itself, and how to do that properly,
it's
how
like
to build
10-day session, Aweber.
What did you say, Jomar?
10-day session.
Yeah. So I can't really explain it. So I'm assuming that we've done that. We've built the Aweber facility, and we've already created It's called a list, but we've already created a database in Aweber where now it stores people's entries or your potential customers' entries, where it stores their name, their email address, and their contact number. Okay, and once you've built this, once you get used to it, it is pretty quick to set up. And like I said, if you need extra information, feel free to message me privately on Facebook, and then I can basically help you with that. So it's pretty easy once you do that. So that's what you need to do, is upload the second graphic to Aweber, and then do the same thing where you're building the Aweber database in there. So next slide, because I don't really want to talk about that. Okay. Now, once you're in Aweber, you get the code, which is that code there. So step 8 is you need to input the HTML code into the fan page tab using Aweber, right? Okay, and the code in this case is a script tab, and then that line alone calls the whole Aweber image and the database that you're setting up, or the list that you're setting up in Aweber. So it's very, very, very easy to set up and to the code. Okay, so really the content of this results page is what you see on the screen. So the HTML code page is really what you see on the screen. So very, very simple. Okay, so we'll go to the next slide because...
just a moment, extending the time. We actually went over. That's good. That's okay.
And the basic HTML code from Aweber looks something like that. Now, send me a private message if you're not too sure how to use that. But again, that's something that I can help you out. But this code will look different when you build your Aweber. So don't copy this word like letter for letter, because it will call my database. So, but it's something similar to that. Okay, so we go to the next one. Okay, and step 9, which is the last step of building your $1 million results page, is now creating the autoresponder I call value emails. Okay, this is the sequence of emails that you're going to create to give good information to your customers that actually have registered into the results page. Okay, so this is the initial email that gets sent out. As you can see there, it's just saying thank you, and then that there is, they're going to get the more information, but they need to fill up a qualifying form to do the 30-minute consultation. Okay, because that was this example, was that the value was to do a 30-minute free consultation to a potential customer about how to own their home. In this case, literally with no money and no banks. Okay, so that's what this business is about. Okay, now, so that's what you do. You do multiple emails and you do sequences of emails. I'm sure Jomar's probably mentioned that in the past. Again, it's not about spamming your customers. And then, we can, and especially what Jomar and I have done, we've got like swipe files. Jomar, does everyone know what a swipe file is?
They don't know.
We have a library of all these types of value emails that we've created in the past, and that we've basically acquired from different mentors. We've acquired from purchasing our products online. So all that library of emails is what is referred to as swipe files. Okay, I have hundreds and thousands of these things for different niches, and in particular about business, about property, about Facebook. So all these things are available, and we can help you with that. So we'll go to the next slide, Jomar.
Got it.
Okay, so once you've built your basically your value emails, you need to test it. So this was a test that we created, and this was tested onto our Gmail account. And then, as you can see there, this test happens when someone registers for the free consultation. They enter their name, their email address, and their contact details. And once they enter those details, this is the Aweber Autoresponder now, well, you could say kicks in or executes, and then it sends you this email. So if you registered in that results page, you're going to get this email saying thank you, and that you need to fill up this form to get your free consultation, your free half-an-hour consultation about owning your own home. In what she's providing is home ownership. Okay, so this is you definitely need to test it before you take it live. So at least you know what your customers or your potential customers are receiving. And again, this is like a whole session in itself. Okay, and I'm sure Jomar and I will be able to share those things with you, especially with our heaps or with our libraries of swipe files, emails, and how to do this properly.
Yep.
Okay, so we go to the next slide because I can't remember what the next slide is.
That's okay. There.
Okay. So is everyone with me still? Can everyone say I am awesome? Type I am awesome. Okay. Okay, so people are saying I am awesome. Okay, great. So you are all awesome. Okay, so that I just shared with you very quickly, and I know we have some small technical issues, but that's how you create 9 steps of creating a results page. Okay, and again, feel free to message me, private message me on Facebook, because I personally answer those messages if you need some help on that. Because I know that it does look. I mean, I share it quite easily, but there is a few little challenges in there. But it's like once you do a first results page, you'll be making multiple results page on Facebook. Okay. Now, just to let you know that I helped a company in Australia, again, another property development company, create something like this. Pretty much the same model that I just shared with you, the 9 steps, like literally the same model. It was mixed with, a contest, and then a Facebook contest, and then we were taking those potential leads into the results page, and then basically it was a contest for about 20 days. Okay, and this is what I mean, that it is $1 million business or $1 million results page, that within that 20 days, I helped this property development company create $6 million in sales. Within literally that it was 27 days after the contest was finished. Okay, I was about to say 20 because what happened 2 weeks ago was that they had some more stats. The company emailed me and they said that actually from the follow-up of that contest, and then people started to see the results page, and then there was more leads coming from the results page, and now it's gone up to about $20 million in sales, of property sales in Melbourne and Sydney. So I can rightfully say that it does work, and if you do it correctly with all the other elements that's attached to it, it can be $1 million business for you just by the results page in itself.
Yeah.
Okay, and it's worked effectively outside Facebook in many years, and now it's actually working in Facebook. Okay, so we'll go to the next slide. So this is the final product of Kim's example. And I just wanted to share because I was getting also a lot of private messages about smartphone marketing. Okay, so I'll just go to the next slide. It's just going to be a quick thing. Okay, that ebook that you guys can download from the QR code and the URL I'm going to show in the next slide this is all the stuff that you'll learn from that ebook. Okay, because you were asking me all this stuff, what you're going to learn. Okay, so this is some of the things. And then it shows a page. So learn how to use Facebook and Twitter with smartphone marketing, and also how to use QR codes and social media. This is another thing that I'll be really talking about with Jomar in the special surprise that we have. Okay, and then we go to the next slide, Jomar. Yeah, and it is free. Okay, so the link is that lifemastersuccesssecrets.com/QR. That's where you can download that ebook. It's basically a mobile-friendly or a smartphone-friendly website, and that's where you can get that download. That's where you can get that ebook. Or you can use your cell phone or your smartphone to scan the QR code on the screen, and it does work. And I think, again, if you've got more messages, please feel free to privately message. You've got to do a private message, okay? Yeah, Facebook on LifeMaster, because otherwise it's hard to answer all your messages on the fan page because I get so many other comments there.
Okay, great.
Okay, so it's a private message. So go to the next slide. Okay, so Jomar, I think I'll share with you, I'll let you talk now.
Okay. Okay, thank you, Jay. Everyone, say thank you to Jay for giving us that step-by-step how to create a results page on Facebook. You know, it's one of the 3 R's. 3 R's on Facebook marketing. As you can see, it's not that hard if someone is guiding you, yes? And if you notice, there are actually about 12 strategies of Facebook marketing that we can share to you, but we can't just keep doing this in a webinar. You have experienced how hard it is, right? So I know you guys want to see the complete set of Facebook marketing strategies that we can share to you, and we have found a better venue for that, and it's not webinars. As you know, it's a lot of technical stuff happening in webinars. It's much better if you spend a full day with us, in-depth, live knowledge transfer on Facebook marketing, because nobody's going to stop us from talking in front of you if we're in front of you, right? So this is just a blessing for us to realize that we can watch a webinar forever, but it's easier if you do it in one day. So if you get all these 12 Facebook strategies on marketing, you can apply it in your own company, or if you have no company, even better, you can sell your services as a Facebook marketing expert. And you can say that because if people ask you the question, prove to me you're an expert, you can tell them strategy 1, strategy 2, strategy 3, up to, they don't want to hear anymore, they're convinced. You're in strategy 3, they're convinced because you can prove it. Because we're going to tell you how to do it, right? So here it is. We made the very first FB Marketing Expert live seminar. This hasn't been done before. And we're going to do it for you guys to learn, so you can learn how to do effective Facebook marketing all in one day. Okay? We're not going to do a workshop because that'll probably take a week. But we will do it in a seminar where we can show you the step-by-step. Just the same. Because you can take home those stuff, right? This seminar, the Facebook Marketing Expert Seminar, will feature me and Jay. We're going to be side by side. We're going to be alternating and going to teach you the best ways to do Facebook marketing. Let me tell you, there's a lot of Facebook users out there, almost 1 billion, but very, 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 very few Facebook marketing experts. And if you see them, they're actually authors of novel, authors of books, and they're American, you know. So it's very very few Pinoy Facebook marketing experts out there. So in this seminar, you get 2 mentors in one venue. I don't know if you can find 2 Facebook marketing mentors in one venue. So this is the first of its kind. There are 2 ways to join. You can go live, okay? Or you can download the video. Now, we're not going to do a live video. You can see now, the Philippines can handle it. But we can record everything for you. And when we do video, we do live videos and the video of the slides and audio. And you can get the PDFs, you know, the step-by-step. You need that, I know. The seminar is valued at 7,975. So that's the value. We believe if you go elsewhere, get a seminar like this, probably with 1 speaker, okay, or you attend a 2-day event where they teach you the general stuff, not the in-depth strategy. I just teach you the success stories. We're not gonna just teach you success stories. We're gonna teach you strategy, the overall thing, which is very important. Not just the how, but the why of you're doing it. Because one strategy might work for one person, one company. The other strategy might not work. So you have to know more than one strategy. For example, one strategy is contests. It might not work for your client or for your company, but some other strategy might. So we see that the walk-in rate is going to be 4,975 if you join on August 4. I don't recommend you walk in. There might not be any more seats. And the early bird rate today is 3,375. Okay? That's the early bird rate. Come to the event and you're going to come with someone else. There goes my incredible 1,000 peso, 1,500 peso partner fee. So if you bring a second person with you in that event, the second person only needs to pay 1,500 pesos. Okay, just so we were clear.
As always, who's awesome? I want everyone to write who's awesome and then to type in I am awesome. So
Hey.
I'm awesome.
Okay.
I'm slowly getting there.
Yeah. They can hear us. No, what?
Cool. I think everyone's going.
No, actually, it's slow. It's not really real time. So there you got it. There is. Right. Awesome. Okay, let's send. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.